Hi, this is Rabbi Orlofsky, and welcome to the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. And whether you're watching with our friends over at Torah Anytime, or wherever you watch and listen to your podcast, as always, it's exciting to have you along. And this show is going to be the part 2 of my get-together with Ari Goldwag to do Shabbos Shmiras. And our sponsor for this episode is the Chicago Chesed Fund. And they have been a regular sponsor of ours for the many years that we've been doing this. So I'm reading you their text. We all know singles who've been struggling in the Shidduch world. Maybe that single is you. 1 second. Wait. You. Good. As a community bound together by Torah values, we would do anything to help ourselves and each other through what can be a very difficult parsha. Trust me, I have 8 daughters. It is a very difficult parsha. What if I told you there was a powerful way to do that? All you need is the right Zchus. And that brings us to one of our favorite sponsors, Shas for Shidduchim, at Shas, the number 4, Shidduchim.org. It's on your screen. National initiative of Chicago Chesed that gives singles, along with their friends or family members, an impactful way to generate Shidduchim. For the 7th year in a row now, Chicago Chesed has gathered hundreds of Lomdim to complete all of Shas in 24 hours. Specifically as a Zchus for Klal Yisroel singles. In the words of Reb Chaim Kanievsky Zatzal, there is no skula like Limud Torah, and in the Zchus of Limud Torah and Tfilis, Hashem should send everyone their zivugim. So please go to shasforshidduchim.org to sponsor a daf on behalf of yourself or up to 5 singles you know, so you can help harness the immense power of Tu B'Shvat, Tzedakah, and Limud Torah in their Zchus. Use code Orlofsky to submit an extra name for free. And if you don't have an extra name, write me, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I unfortunately know many people. All proceeds go directly to support ChesedChicago's many related services that facilitate Shidduchim year-round, including consistent proactive outreach to their extensive Shadchanim network on behalf of singles, Shidduch events and coaching, shetels, wedding gowns for new couples and their families who obviously can't afford it, and more. Secure your Zchus at shasforshidduchim.org, code Orlofsky. This is such an important thing, and anything that we can do to help this is a tremendous mitzvah for Klal Yisroel, and it's Zchus for you and your family too. So I urge everyone to participate. And now, the second half of my interview with Ari Goldwag. Okay, we're up to the day. Askina Sudasa. Do you do that at every meal?
You know, so I don't do it.
I only do it by Shalosh.
I don't do it.
I like the...
That's not like a recommendation of what you should do. The mystical apples?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chakal tapuchin kadishin.
Chakal tapuchin kadishin.
Do you know what that is, Rabbi?
Yeah, mystical apples.
Do you know what they are?
They were a group in the 60s. Anyway.
I think that was mushrooms or something.
Hey, we're the mystical apples. Baruch Hashem Yom Yom?
Don't know that one.
Me either. I said we didn't do that. Baruch Elyon. Okay. So what's the...
That's a...
Who's is that? Then there's the Mudgets.
That's not Mudgets.
It's not?
No, it's a different Hasidic one.
Why is everyone saying
it's
the same?
It's a lie. I think, I don't know, I heard, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Mudgets. I heard that it's on that same album with the other song, Kama Kaddish, that I told you that was made up by Suki Berry's father-in-law.
Really?
But I might be wrong.
Then there's
Baruch El Yain Hashem Zamenucha Lenavshenu in Yaimidei Vanocha Yidrezutzi Yain.
Then in the 80s, the one that was popular was Baruch El Yain Hashem Zamenucha Lenavshenu Vidya Yidrezutzi Yain Adonai Never Shmiras Shabbos Aveinim Abbas Lakel Yiratzu Kemen Chamachmas Shmiras Shabbos Aveinim Abbas Lakel Yiratzu Kemen Chamachmas. So do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. And then
why are you saying the 80s? Why was that the 80s? What makes you say the 80s?
I just remember it was popular in the 80s. The end of the 70s. Maybe the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s.
Nope. Where? In NCSY?
Even in yeshivas.
Okay.
So then there's the one that they put on Journeys.
That's the one that we just sang.
Is that what we sang?
My name is Rachamim Ben Solomon. I grew up and lived my whole life in Cholon.
You're right. So
my company sent me to live in Brooklyn. We did that one also.
We did that one already. Okay, so then
it's good to review though.
Then the one that that's my new go-to favorite. I don't know whose it is. Baruch Elyon Hashem Nasa Menucha L'nafshenu Vidya and V'sheli Anocha V'yidrash L'tziyad Yiranidacha Hashem Shabbos Aveinim Abbas Lakel Yiratzu Kemen Chamachmas.
It sounds very Yerushalmi-ish.
I don't know.
It just feels like I'm in Yerushalayim.
I remember the guy from The Views. He ever hits you up for answers to questions?
Ari Hirsch? Yeah, of course.
Whenever you're in West Hampstead, he comes over and just shoots a bunch of questions at you.
He sends me on WhatsApp.
Oh no, he always he catches me when I'm walking out, and he's like, "Okay, if you want a desert island, which two Sfarim would you take with you?" I was like,
The Silsa Sharim. You're gonna take me Silsa Sharim. I could guess what you would take.
And then anyway, so so he asked me once, "What's your favorite Shabbos ever?" So the last time he asked me that, and I said, "This Baruch Elyon." And I started singing it, but I don't know who it's by. And he wrote in the Views who it's by, but I remember who it's by.
Okay.
But that's my new favorite. I love that one. Now there's an old one, which I remember singing at Shalosh Shuddis when I was a kid, and when I would go to shul for Shalosh Shuddis. No. No, that's not it. I know there was a very old.
You'll remember it in the middle of Yom Shabbos. You know how I know? Because it says Yom Shabbos English Kayas.
It's an old one, but there must be an old Baruch. All of these are pretty new that we're singing here. Isn't it amazing that there was never a Miami Baruch Elyon?
There was not. He didn't do a lot of Zmiris. He didn't.
Now the problem I have is Baruch Elyon is too long for any one tune. That's why what I call the Mudget's one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stanzas. Let's see.
Baruch Chazak.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's Yisrael. Yom Zmechubad is 7.
Well,
is Yisrael.
see, Rabbi Orlofsky, this brings out an issue that we have today, that we have a hard time singing the same song over and over again.
But it's only once a week.
Like a song can't be more than like 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
I tell this to people that you go to chasanas when they play the new songs.
Right.
They can't keep it going for more than like 2 or 3 minutes.
No, but 2-3 minutes. They sing it one time around and then they're on to the next one.
I remember
you cannot sing it more than once around.
When I was a kid, you could sing Tzaveh for 40 minutes straight.
Yes.
Tzaveh.
In Yeshiva Farakaway on Simchas Torah, we sang one song for each hakafa.
Yeah.
Over and over for half an hour. I don't know.
So
those old classics, they just don't make them like they used to.
It's hard to find a song that you can keep singing like that. But your Kariban, we could sing it every Shabbos. For example.
But I do get bored of my Kariban.
Yeah, because you're a musicologist.
I get bored.
But there's an old Baruch Kelly, I know there is.
Okay, pull it out.
I don't remember it.
You'll pull it out
The
soon.
raya is that I'm old. That's why it's an old Baruch Kelly. Yom Zeh Mechubad.
Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim. Do you know another one?
Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim. Where is that from?
I don't know. It's from my childhood.
When I was a kid, we did the choo-choo one. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim.
Forgot about that one.
Vasser Elamim Choo-choo. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim. Kivasha Vasser Elamim. Sheshes Yomim Tasem Lachtecha V'yoyim Hashvi Le'elikecha Shabbos Lo Yisaseh V'melacha Kicha Lo Asa
Sheshes Yomim.
Yom Zeh Mechubad, right? So,
Yes.
Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Mikol Yomim.
I don't know that one.
Akim Vaishav Asur Elamim, Tur Elamim. Sheshes Yomim Tazeh Melachtecha, V'yoyim Hashvi Le'elikecha, Shabbos Lo Yisaseh.
This sounds like
That's what you think it is?
No, it sounds so.
And then this is fun because in the middle you always take one verse and you go, Echo mashmanim, shesei mamtakim, kigel yiten, lechavod avekim.
That's why we needed the choir.
Neged levash, lechem chukim, bosav edogim v'chamadamim, oy, 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 zeh mechubad mikol yomim, mikol yomim. Kivashav Soilamim, Soilamim, da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Very good.
Da-da-da-dum, bum, bum. I was one of my father-in-law.
I need a new one. I need a new one.
I
For
knew that was
this.
the old one.
I gotta make up a new one. It's funny. I have like a lot of Friday night ones like that I composed, but only a few daytime ones. I don't have one for Yom Zeh Mechubad. Is that it? Is that it?
No, the Pirkei one. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Ki Vashav Asur Yomim. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Ki Vashav Asur Yomim. Sheshes Yomim Tazeh Melachtecha, Melachtecha. V'yoyim Hashvi Le'elikecha, Le'elikecha. Shabbos Lo Yisaseh V'melacha, V'melacha. Kichal Asa Sheshes Yomim. Bam, bam, bam. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Ki Vashav Asur Yomim. Yom Zeh Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Ki Vashav Asur Yomim. And then there's the harmony on the chorus.
Yom Zeh
Mechubad Mikol Yomim, Ki Vashav Asur. Ki Vashav Asur Lo, Ki Vashav Asur Lo, Ki Vashav Asur Lo.
The reprise never ends.
But you know who that is? That's definitely a pirchei. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, you were in a pirchei. You don't
I
know
was
what
in a
pirchei was?
pirchei. We didn't sing this song.
Don't you guys like have a
pirchei.
union, like pirchei union? If they sing all the pirchei songs.
No, we don't sing other pirchei's songs.
I was in ChesedChicago with
We
the
were
London
against
pirchei.
the Tzlil V'Zemer boys' choir. Chas v'Shalom. There was a terrible travesty. Mendy Wald sang for Tzlil V'Zemer. He did one concert for the Miami Boys Choir, and he sang B'siyad D'Shmaya. How could you do that? You can't like leave Tzlil V'Zemer for one day and sing for Miami Boys Choir. Doesn't matter.
Where's the justice in this world?
Oh,
anyway, but I was in Stechem in 1973, and Yigo Kalik came.
Salik, you go Salik. Salik is pronounced.
In Hebrew, they call him Kalik.
Yeah.
Salik, Kalik.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yes, so he came
with the London Pirche. So they came a couple of days late, and they come right away and they do a concert, and they were like in the little sailor suits, they come out. It was like so adorable, and it ends up they're all like a bunch of thugs. They're like smoking and drinking and cursing and beating up people and stuff.
Well, the Miami Boys Choir was not like that. We were not like that.
I just thought it's so funny because then we would go someplace, they would do a concert, and they'd come out. Anyway, so that's the story.
And we also went to Stechem, Miami Boys Choir, 1991 and 1993.
I was there in 73 and 74.
Okay, so we've just discovered the age difference between us.
I was there. The learning director was Shia Cohen. The head counselor was Baruch Chait. Eli Teitelbaum,
of course.
he
was still there in my days.
Rabbi Moshe Geisman was the tour guide.
He was my principal, and
so I know.
Actually, dean. He was
That's how
dean.
I ended up. What was a kid from Long Island, from a non-Shmiras Shabbos family, doing in Stechem, where my counselor was a Satmar Chassid. He would get us up in the morning. Raus, Yidden, raus! I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the camps. It's like, I'm just waiting at the door.
You were going to Camp Stechem.
Yeah, I didn't know. Anyway, Yom Shabboson. So there's the classic. Yom Shabboson, Lishkayach, Zeragereach, Anichayach, Yaina Matzava, Manoyach, V'sham, Yanuchu Yegiekayach, Yaina Matzava, Manoyach, V'sham, Yanuchu Yegiekayach. Okay, then. You don't know who wrote that. One second, you don't know who wrote that. So this is an example of taking a disadvantage and turning it to your advantage. And the problem with that tune is it's just too long with the So Baruch Hashem, my grandchildren.
What's wrong if the song is very long? What's the problem?
Because I just haven't got that. To me is like the it's just too much is in there. But the advantage is now that my grandchildren are old enough that they know I can't do that. So I
they do that.
So I go. And they all go, so Baruch Hashem, so
you have the Orlofsky Boys Choir,
so that I don't have to do that. And then at some point, when Yaakov was in yeshiva, he said that they took Yiddel's
Shir LaMelech, which is Rav Hillel Palay's composition.
Oh yeah,
if you want to know about. I know something.
Yom Shabbos, Einin Lishkayach.
That's too schleppy for me.
My
son tried to do that with me. They also do that sometimes for the Chadaydi.
This is the most popular Yom Shabbos we do.
Yeah,
kids like this one the most.
Okay, it just takes a really long time.
All of a sudden now you're complaining that it's too schleppy. You don't mind singing something for 25 stanzas and 95 and that one is schleppy?
This one is just too schleppy. But I must tell you that I do have my own melody for this one. And actually, just last night, somebody told me that they really like it. Do you ever get feedback? You get a little feedback.
Usually when the mic is too close to the speaker.
Well, once in a while I get feedback. So this one, it's also like a little bit off the beaten track, a little Irish or something. I don't know exactly.
You know what? Since you once again, I interrupt you. Since you're talking about feedback, because this is very important. I get two types of feedback. I get people who say, Rabbi Orlofsky, oh, you changed my life and it's so unbelievable and your podcast gives me a chizuk to go through the life and like that. And then I have people who are like, you got that wrong. Or, that wasn't right, or that wasn't inappropriate, or I was offended. Every now and then you get one of those, and that is common, but you get those.
I don't get
but this
those.
is one of the most brilliant.
This
is one of the most brilliant ones that I ever got. It's just absolutely brilliant when you see what he did here. L'chvod Reb Dovid. Usually when I get a positive one, so I'm such an unough, I can't read through the whole thing if it's a long one. Usually it's just like, you changed my life, or, I was going to kill myself and now I watched your podcast and I'm going to keep myself alive, you know what I mean? Or I wasn't from and I watched your podcast, now I'm a Rosh Hashiva. I like the short ones, but when it's a long one, I don't always have the patience, but listen to this, how brilliant this is. L'chvod Reb Dovid. I enjoy your show immensely. I think it's one of the best around. I love the way you can laugh at all sorts of things, as well as throw in so much random information, while on the other hand, you impart such rich and deep ideas. I'm a Shiva guy, and I have heard the Torah of Rav Moshe Shapiro from various different sources. And I really enjoy the fact that by following your show, I get to hear some of the ideas he would speak about. It amazes me how even though he was such a deep person, you are the only one I know who can give over his teachings in a way that is understandable without having to overcomplicate matters, and preface your words with saying things like, you probably won't understand the following idea, but I'll say it to you so maybe you could catch something. I'm thinking particularly about the idea that you said before Zchus, describing how it's a condensed form of avoda of the Sphira. It's also so refreshing to hear how he had a soft spot for you, and you could speak to him and ask him in an open manner. I have no doubt that a big reason for this was so that you could pass this on to Klal Yisroel. Last winter, when you paused the show, it was sorely missed, and I found myself calling the Torah Anytime number many times, hoping against hope that there would be a new shir under the Rabbi Orlofsky extension. I would be very upset if it had to stop. Now, one thing you just picked up is this guy is very frum.
Yes.
He doesn't even have the internet.
I got it.
He doesn't have anything. He's doing a call-up. Now, at this point, right, my arm is not long enough to pat myself on the back, right? And normally I would stop. I don't know why I went all the way. The way you answer questions is also really unique and just frankly amazing. I really wish you wouldn't have said that comment about the translation of pre-bitterness sounding like an allusion to underwear. I didn't like it. I had to go through 25 paragraphs till he finally got to the point. Pasnished. I thought it was so brilliant, but it's not over. I really wish you wouldn't. Please keep on going, healthy or not. Please keep on going, healthy or not, till 120. Do it for me and for Klal Yisroel. But I had to get through this whole beautiful, beautiful letter until he says pasnished. So, yeah, sometimes I get feedback.
That's good. It's good to get feedback. It's good to get feedback. It's good to get feedback.
Yeah. So you were saying you got feedback.
Yes, I got feedback on this song. It goes like this. You ready?
I sure
Before I was interrupted.
You asked me. You said, do you ever get feedback? What was I going to do?
I did. I was serious.
Don't ask a question you don't want the answer to.
I want the answer.
Someone told me years ago, he says, you know what the definition of a bore is? Someone who, when you ask them how you're doing, they answer you. Go ahead.
Goes like this. Yom Shabbos oinein lishkoyach Tichroig. No, I'm singing the wrong part. Yaina matzavai manoyach. Visham yanuchu yegi hechoyach. Hayayim nichba livnei emunim zeirim neshamra yavoi suvanim. Chakuk vishnei luchois avonim meiroi vainim veyamitz koyach. Yaina matzavai manoyach. Visham yanuchu yegi hechoyach. One more. Uvo chulam bevris yachad nasa v'nishma amru ke'echad. Uvaschu v'yanu Hashem echad baruch hanaisen layoiv koyach. Yoina matzavai manoyach. V'sham yanuchu yegi koyach. Na 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 na. Anyway,
That's very pretty.
it's a cute one. I like it.
Shmiras Shabbos.
Oh,
So I hope to have on a Svardisha Zmiras person who can do the Svardisha Nigunim. So I know they have different Nigunim than we do, but the overlap is Ki Shmiras Shabbos. Ki Shmiras Shabbat, Ki Yishmereni, Odilei Omeat, Beno Veni. I can't sing it, but
okay.
But when I was in yeshivas, there'd always be some people who would sing that one. The classic Ki Shmiras I remember was
Ki Shmiras Shabbos, Ki
Yishmereni, Osil Yomeyad, Beno Veni. Now the problem with this is it sounds like a holiday carol. Os Hilio Meyad, Beno Veni, fa la 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 la. Os Hilio Meyad.
This one doesn't really resonate with me.
Veni.
This one doesn't resonate with me.
Do you know any others?
But I actually, there's Aaron Rosell recently put out one, which has like a little bit of a theme that's similar to the one we just sang, but I like it better. I feel like it's cooler. Ki Shmiras Shabbos, Kel Yishmereni, Oisi Lehil Meyad, Beinayu Veini. Ki Shmiras Shabbos, Kel Yishmereni, Oisi Lehil Meyad, Beinayu Veini. Asur mitzvah chefetz, atzois derachim, Kamil daber bo, divrei tzerachim, divrei zichayrov, divrei melachim, Ege v'soiras kel u'sichak meini, Ki Shmiras Shabbos, Kel Yishmereni, Oisi Lehil Meyad, Beinayu Veini.
I like it. It's a nice tune, but I feel like it's hard to carry
It's a little
for such
hard.
a long niggin.
So it's a little hard, and me and my family had to listen to it like 20 times, and then we sang it when we're like, we get to Shabbos, and we're like, how does it go?
So I made up one.
But it's not bad.
I made up one that I didn't invent the tune, but I just felt like it was a little more lively, like picked it up. You'll probably recognize the tune. Ki Shmiras Shabbos, Kel Yishmereni, Osi Lehil Meyad, Beino Veini. Asur mitzvah chefetz, asos derachim, Gam l'daber bo divrei tzirachim, divrei schayrav, divrei melachim, Ege b'soras kel husahak meini. Osi Lehil Meyad, Beino Veini. Osi Lehil Meyad, Beino Veini. Boem sosamid nofesh l'navshi, hine l'darishon nosan kedoshi, bofeis v'seis lachem mishnah b'shishi, kacha b'chol shishi yachpil mezoni, os hilio meyad beino veini, os hilio meyad.
It sounds like NCSY 1980s.
So,
Right?
my kids actually sing this one. They like it.
Right?
It sounds a bit like that, but it's not actually. It was from
rather somewhere.
It was from a cartoon in the 60s called the Banana Splits. La 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 la. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 banana. So those who don't want to use tunes that were of a goyish,
Chas v'shalom.
a goyish source, you shouldn't sing half of the Zmiras.
Well, you
Because
know
half
you can.
the tunes were like Polish drinking songs.
You know you can sing
You told me
Karibon.
the classic Kiashmare was also a Geisha song.
I was shocked to discover that the song it's not a Sephardi tune. It's like Ukrainian, like
Yeah, it doesn't.
drinking.
It never sounded Jewish to me. Never sounded Jewish to me.
Anyway.
Shimru Shabsosai. Do you sing that?
Just I know from NCSY. Am I missing something?
Yeah, you didn't do the other part.
That's because it's not there. It's in the next part. Shabbos hayom hayom Lashem, Shabbos hayom Lashem, ulevu alai b'nai. I don't think anybody knows this song. Shabbos hayom hayom Lashem, Shabbos hayom. Shabbos hayom la, Shabbos hayom la, Hashem. Beautiful.
Now, when my brother-in-law,
Is this? I feel like I know this from NCSY or something.
what, Shimru Shabsosai?
This song, I don't.
This
Nobody
is a
knows this song.
ever.
It is?
I'm also
know that?
surprised how many people don't sing it.
Yeah.
But when my brother-in-law, Nachum Gans, who was learning here in Brisk, 30-something years ago, he came to our house for Shabbos, and he said he ate by a Yerushalmi family who had another Shimru Shabsosai.
Okay.
Which I was surprised that there would be even any Shimru
It's in the
Shabsosai.
benches. Someone's got to make up a song to it.
Shimru Shabsosai, Shimru Shabsosai, Lamantin Kusvatem, Miziv, Miziv B'chosayel Amnucha Kivasam, Ulevu Alai Bonai V'yidnu Madonai V'yidnu Madonai Shabbos Hayom Lashem, Ulevu Alai Bonai V'yidnu Madonai. Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom Lashem. And it goes like that until the very last one when they make it more compact. Chazei Kir Yosi, Kir Elokim Elyon, V'Hasheves Nevasi, B'Simcha V'Higayon, Yeshameru Shamrin Anai, Levayai V'Chohanai, Oz Tizaneg Al Hashem, Oz Tizaneg Al Hashem, Oz Tizaneg Al Hashem, Oz Tizaneg Al Hashem, Shabbos Hayom Lashem, Ulevu Alai Banai, V'Yidnu Madonai, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom, Shabbos Hayom Lashem. And that's it. That's all you know.
Wow, that was impactful if you still sing it today.
With close to 35 years ago. Yeah.
Which one is your go-to?
The first one. But every now and then I like to mix it up. You got to mix it up sometimes.
Definitely.
You know?
For sure.
And, but that's another one of those that's like, you know, like Yom Yisrael that my kids don't like it. So, but sometimes I'm
Gotta
there
mix
to
it up.
indulge myself. Sometimes it's just about me. The joke I made is that I had seen a translation of Pri Vitna that said fruit of the womb.
Fruit of the womb?
Yes,
Yeah.
Pri Vitna.
So
that sounds like a name of a
underwear?
undergarment. Yes. And
where did they get that from? They were copying that fruit
No,
of
they
the
weren't. They were
loom.
calling it fruit of the loom because a loom is what you use to make.
But they
things.
were copying the phrase fruit of the womb.
You think so?
I'm sure of it.
I don't believe it.
I'm sure of it.
All right.
Because fruit of the womb is such a famous phrase.
Really, I never heard of it until I saw that. But okay.
Okay.
Dero yikra levenim vaz vayintzochem kemo vavaz neim shemchem velo yushbas shivu v'nuchu b'yom Shabbos Derosh navi v'yulami
I don't know this song.
Seimi Nitasarek Mesokami Sheshavaz B'nei Ami Daram Bam Bam Daruch Bura. This is my go-to.
Really?
It flows.
I've never heard it before.
Flies. I learned it in yeshiva. Neim shemchem v'lo yishbas Shivu v'nuchu b'yom Shabbos
Derosh navi
v'yolami
Yos yasha seimi Nitasarek
Karmi Sheshavaz B'nei Yami.
This is my childhood, this one.
Yeah, this is also my childhood.
This one
But it doesn't
like,
have the same beat to it.
Deror yekera leven bat vein sarchem.
This is the Sephardi one. So it's hard for you to see. It's like that Shmiras Shabbos. It's harder for me.
But this is a Jewish one.
I think the other one's also Jewish. It's just,
what? The Shmiras Shabbos is not Jewish. No, that one is Jewish.
Yeah,
the
that's what
other one,
I'm
the
talking
Goyish
about
one.
the Sephardi ones.
No, but they sing it. They
They do? Really? They use that too?
Like it's, like as if it's a Sephardi.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the big question. And
Wait, but the Reikra also has the Beach Boys song.
that's my
Is
question.
that where you're gonna get to?
No, so I know that they sing that one.
Who the Beach Boys sing the Reikra?
No, but I know they sing it in Yavna International. They said it's the international. Now, the problem I have with that tune, first of all, is if you don't like to use Gerisha tunes, but the second one is it's only got one part.
So what?
Just keeps doing the same thing over again. I might as well do Malchuzka. Malchuzka. Now, back when I was in yeshiva, there would be people who did it to Scarborough Fair. Now wait.
And there was a legend.
Yeah, go ahead.
The legend.
What's the legend?
That who was it? Paul Simon.
Grandfather
His Zayda
had originally written
made
this.
up this tune to the Ror Yikro.
And you think it's not
he
true?
heard it by the Shabbos table, and when he schmatzed up, he put it to Scarborough Fair.
And you don't think it's true?
No.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds too good. It sounds too good to be true.
It's only one part.
It was just an excuse to like
it's also
use
one
a
part.
secular song. It's quite pretty though.
You see, it just keeps going like that. That's the problem. It doesn't have a second part.
So I can make up a new part.
All right. Then we might be onto something. The problem is, with all Simon and Garfunkel music, it's basically music to kill yourself by. The time to listen to Simon and Garfunkel is when you're driving in Manhattan on a chilly, drizzly day in the winter, like around 5:30. When it's dark and the dead leaves are blowing,
and you know that you're going to soon be in the Midtown Tunnel in the middle of traffic.
You just feel like dying. It's old music to kill yourself by. They're the most depressing people I've ever met. But anyway, you have another Drake-ra?
I made up one, but how many Goldwag tunes can we hear that you don't know?
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Well, here's another one. In case you didn't want to, you could skip this part. So this one I put on my one of the acapella albums. I don't know why I end up like any song.
It would be kind of interesting if I invited Mordechai Ben David on the show and he only sang Ari Goldwag songs.
That would be cool.
I'm saying that would be stranger.
Cool.
But for Ari Goldwag to sing Ari Goldwag songs,
I guess it
wouldn't be that unusual.
Right. So like whenever I have a song that I have a suffix, like I'm not sure this is like amazing or it's just pretty good. So I'll put it on an acapella album because like at least I put it out. I felt like this is something nice. I think
But to
it's
me,
nice.
one of the things about an a cappella album, it means that you can sing the song.
Right.
When you have like a lot of techno stuff, etc., it means it's a song that's harder to sing.
Right.
So if it's a cappella, it means you can sing it.
Right.
Okay.
So here's the song.
And I think Shabbos Mira should be something you can sing.
Sing a cappella.
Hence,
Makes
nothing
sense.
from the Chevra.
Yeah, hey, Divar Yikra, Lebenim.
I
I don't think, can I tell you, I don't think that people listening at this point know what this music is.
Really?
It was like 2001. This is like as old as Shalom Aleichem.
You are so 2001.
2001. It's 22 years ago.
Listen, I was born 1959.
I know. I'm saying
The 70s was
the younger generation doesn't.
the 70s was like more like when I was into things. The 80s I was already old.
The 70s was Joamar and Shlomo.
The guy with the scarf.
The guy with the scarf. I don't know the guy with the scarf.
The Israeli singer. Oh,
Yo
come on.
Sharabi?
Yo Sharabi. I saw him perform in La Différence
He sang
with the scarf.
I exist, tell the world that I am well, I am well, I am well. I'm the son of Israel. Yes.
That's just like me, Yehudi. And it's much the same thing.
Okay, so here's the song.
Okay.
And this song also, I kind of built it like style-wise a little bit like, not exactly like the Beach Boys song, but it's that like there is a low part and there is a high part and they could go together. They could like be sung together. Netaderei mesoyach karmi sheyesh avaz menei ami derei buron da 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 besay vazrom na 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 pa pam pam pa v'gam bavel asher gavra netaytzerai da 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 pa da pam pam netaytzerai bi'af evrom shema g'li v'yoy mekrom Elikim Deim Bamidbar. This is a fast one. You can go through the whole song quick. Elikim Deim Bamidbar. Adashita Bereshtedar. Elamazir Milanizar Shalom Tenkim Menahar. Hadekama Hikel Kana. Emageva Vuvam Gina. Enayive Unemalena. Leshaininu Lecharina. Neichachma Paradam Padam Pampa. Lenashechah. V'yigeser l'roishecha Nitzar mitzvahs K'deishecha Shemar Shabbos Kodshecha.
That's very pretty. It sounds like another one of your songs, though.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's Nazata Simcha B'li That's it.
It sounds a little bit like the one that you're stuck on Blue Fringe.
Oh, flipping in. The meaning.
Does it sound like a little bit?
No.
I think I'll be the judge of that. Thank you very much.
But Ding told me a story, as in Suki and Ding. Ding told me a story that he was backstage by the Hask show, and Karl Bach was in that show, and someone came up to Shlomo. He's like, Shlomo, how come all your songs sound the same? So Shlomo was like, everyone else copies my songs. I can't copy my own song.
That's very funny. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Shabbos Yom LaHashem.
Didn't we do that already? Oh, this is Salu Birinu Nai.
Yeah, you don't know it either?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So you did Mizmor LeDavid already. And
So I heard recently, Rabbi Gordon told me a story that he heard from somebody, I don't remember who he said. May have been Ding also, or maybe it was someone else. It was probably not Ding. But somebody was at a Shabbos table, and they were singing Mizmor LeDavid. It was a Simcha or something. I don't know, on Shabbos. Singing Mizmor LeDavid. And there's like this old man sitting next to him, like singing it a little different. Like a little, it was like very annoying. It was like everyone was singing it the right way, and this guy was singing it like a little different. And it turned out it was Benzin Schenker. He was singing it how it really goes.
You know, there are certain things that belong to Klal Yisroel, even if they're not true.
Right.
Like, you know the famous Rav Gifta story with the garbage?
No.
You don't
Not
know
yet.
this?
Maybe.
It's one of those famous stories. The story goes that an Avrech came with his wife to Rav Gifta. He was learning in yeshiva. And the wife said, my husband won't take out the garbage. And he says, Pasnishtam, you know.
Speaking of Pasnish.
You know, it's like, right. So Rav Gifta says, he's right. You know, take the garbage. That Friday's a knock on the door. Rav Gifta's there. So he says, Rebbe, what are you doing here? He says, I came to take out the garbage. Yeah. So this is a famous story. It was written up at one point in the Mishpacha. And Rebbetzin Foya, who is Rebbe Gifta's daughter, said, this never happened. It couldn't have happened. My father didn't drive. And we lived on a different side of town than where the Avrechim lived. So the only way he could have gotten there is my mother drive him. I said to my mother, did you ever drive Tata to the other side of the road, thing to take out garbage on Erev Shabbos? He goes, no. So he says, well, this is the story they're telling. He goes, no. He said, don't be stupid, take out the garbage. But the story is better than whether or not it ever happened.
Right. Right.
It reminds me of what Rabbi Wine says. All my stories are true. It's just some of them haven't happened yet.
Well, I always say, because Karibon got tweaked by Klal Yisroel. Like he goes, I composed it. So actually, if you listen to my version and you listen to the Yeshivat Yerucham version, you can hear, Klal Yisroel sings it the way that Yeshivat Yerucham sings it. But you can hear how it originally went by hearing my original recording. So everyone goes, so every now
and you didn't do so many oy.
No, I didn't do that's just
okay, but to be fair.
No, but I want to say that it's I call it a co-composition with Klal Yisroel.
No,
it's like,
I'll tell you what it is. It's because you have a certain type of a voice. You have a certain sweet voice, and you can go with a transition like that. Most people can't. They need like a, in between. Right. They need that. Karibana lam ve'ol maya. Antu Malka, Melech Malchaya. So they need the transition. You don't need the transition. Okay. That's the difference.
I also have another pshat, and I think also that people associate a song that's similar to another song, and they'll like end up in the other song. I'll give you an example, okay? There's a song we all know. Im lo yaneh Es Yerushalayim. That's a long note. Everyone sings it like this. Im lo yaneh Es Yerushalayim. Why do they sing it like that?
Because Lev Taha.
Because it's because it's the same as Eitz Chaimi.
For sure.
So,
but every now and then
they
when
slip into the song that it's similar to, and they
there's certain songs where when you
finish
it goes into another song without you even realizing it. You know,
sure.
Like there was when there's one Baruch Kelly on the ends, it goes nine na 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 na. It just goes into it automatically, or the Yom Zemechuva that I do. So it sort of slips into the Askamaya theme song.
That's it.
That's what I've noticed. Anyway.
Yes. Okay, so that's Mizmor LeDavid, and then there's the Regesh one, Mizmor LeDavid.
I remember when I was growing up, it was Mizmor LeDavid, Mizmor LeDavid, Mizmor LeDavid,
I Dafka never learned that one.
You never done that one?
No.
Wow.
But
You're too young.
I do also. I'll do Karl Bach's Mizmor LeDavid Hashem Ra'ila.
But he didn't make that on that.
No, he did it Mizmor LeDavid from Friday night. But I like it fast. By this point, I'm like, I'm ready to be done.
You did Nefesh.
You did Nefesh.
Now there's a lot of these.
There's a whole bunch.
You did Nefesh.
Young Israel. West Ham stuff.
But it must be very old. Because when they have a tune that's been around that long.
Speaking of tunes that it goes into, okay. Then there's you did, and CSY. You did Nefesh. By Ebbing.
Eretz Ayaret Avdecha Kimaya Yeshtach Avdeh El Moladarecha Yeravlai Yedidai Secha Minai Vesuf But you don't know where that came from. Because I know we did it in yeshiva also, so it wasn't just, you know.
And then there's the Avram Fried one. How does it go? You gotta get the davavavas in there. And then there is the A.B. Rottenberg. You did Nefesh.
I think that was Shalshelis. So what's the Shalshelis one? It's a famous one. It was a time in yeshivas that everyone was doing the Shalshelis one. I thought it was that one.
This is the one everyone was doing in the yeshivas, as far as I recall. And then I heard a terrible.
You did Nefesh, Hav Harachaman.
No, that's the freed one. Is that it? You did Nefesh.
That's the freed one, you think?
No. Yeah. And then I heard somebody shtup in a different tune to this, which I felt was not so great. You didn't have I know that it's like to finish it.
All right. Well, that's it. Do you ever sing any of the Melova Malka songs? That's not a Yidid Nefesh, is it?
That's Habin, yeah.
That's
I'm
right.
already, in NCSY. It's Ebbing. You know, we do all those songs.
You know what my kids love? My kids, my grandchildren, you know. Shabbos is going away. The sky's getting dark. It's the end of the day. Oh, Shabbos,
that's
you
Uncle
really
Moshe.
should know. We're sorry to see you go. But you will come back next week, we know. You will come back because we love you so. So let us thank Hashem, who will bring Shabbos back again. So we used to sing that in NCSY, and I used to feel like it's a little corny because it's Uncle Moshe, you know? And one time, I was on a bus with Uncle Moshe.
Yes.
And I said, where did you get that song from? He says, I heard it in NCSY.
No way.
That's what he told me.
That's pretty funny.
He says it's an NCSY song. It's not. We
That's
took it up
not what I
on
heard from Ding, because I said to him, na 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 yeah, kachli. He's like, I know. After we put it out, we realized that it was similar.
Wow. There are certain songs that
But similar is
people
not
don't
bad.
realize similar.
Similar is not bad.
Like, do you remember this one? This one is all the way back from the beginning of the 70s. Hashem Elokei Yisrael. That's what everyone says. They say it's Gilligan's Island. I don't know if it is or not, but you were, from a musical point of view, is it the same song?
That's a famous cross wiring.
Is it? Well, I always thought, I may have told you this from the last time you were here, that B'siyata D'Shmaya.
No, it's the eye of the tiger.
Right.
No.
But sometimes
These are like famous, like, oh, you copied it. You didn't copy it. We've been Machave, and I had a song that I composed for Benny Friedman. And 6 months before the song came out, I had composed it a year before it came out. 6 months before that song came out, Uri Davidi puts out a song, no. I'm like, oh. Why? Why?
Whatever happened with that song where Karl Bach and MBD had the same exact song? Choma Minim.
That was the same song. Oh, that's Ding told me the story behind that.
Because and
so what was the story? So Ding told me the story. When they were young then, Suki and Ding, they were Bach. I think they were Bachrim still, and they approached MBD to do an album. That album that just ended up doing after a concert they did here in Binyan Hauma. And there was a song that was going around yeshiva with a niggin.
So Karl Bach didn't write it?
Hold on. So they didn't know where it was from. And it was a great niggin. I don't know what all of the arrangements were, but they did the song. They put the words v'chol maminim, and then they put it out. And then Karl Bach came and said,
"It's my song.
I made up this song 10 years ago. I forgot it though. He had forgotten it.
It was Tov L'Hodos.
But he had forgotten his song. He had sang it like around. He forgot the song.
It's pretty good if you have so many songs that you forget.
And Ding brought that they were Machzir Aveidasei. It looks like they stole it, but they were Machzir Aveidasei. That's the story.
Wow,
that's the nice
very good, very good.
So they gave Karl Bach back his song.
Yeah, listen. When it comes to like, there are certain songs that are Geisha songs that have just been brought. Someone told me the old Ein Kelokenu, Ein Kelokenu, Ein Kelokenu was a Napoleonic march. Ein Kelokenu, Ein Kelokenu.
I don't accept that.
Really? Based on anything in particular? Or just
no, I don't want to.
Oh,
but it could be true.
They say Hatikva was an old drinking song.
Well, at the end of her life, Naomi Shemer admitted that the melody of Yerushalayim Shel Zahav she lifted
from,
like, I don't know, some Bohemian Rhapsody. No, sound like, I don't know, some lullaby.
It gets very tricky of what it is, because there are some tunes that
it worked. It worked. You know what?
It didn't recognize this name.
That's the thing. Like, I once had a conversation with Yitzi Waldner, who's pretty well known. He's composed most of Shwekey's songs. I said to him, it sounds like something else. He's like, it's fine if it sounds like something else. He once had a conversation with a non-Jewish producer, and he's like, if it sounds like something else, it means that people will connect to it. You shouldn't go out and lift songs. I'm saying that's not like so musari. You know, but if it sounds like something, or it reminds you of something else, it's going to ring for people. And the purpose of the song is to move somebody. So Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach. It's a Spanish song from some.
Really?
It's not a Jewish song, but I'm saying, but you watch how people get in. They're really into the words. They're not just into the song. They're into the words. So it's a kli. It could be used. It could be used. I'm not recommending take. I bechavana. I'm careful not to take any non-Jewish song. Why shouldn't I be original? I could be original. And we don't have enough talent in the Jewish world to make up our own songs.
Did that in the first Vegas.
I know. Oh, di shama ve'orei Yehuda. Hey, hold up, she rises. Hey, oh.
What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hey, ho. But there's a song that I used to sing, Niggin. I diddy die, diddy nine nine nine, diddy die, diddy die nine nine nine, die diddy die, diddy nine nine nine, diddy nine 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 nine. Nine 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 nine. You recognize it?
It's
the theme to the Munsters. Bum 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 bum. So there's a lot of tunes you can just fetch them a little bit, and they sound Jewish. You know what I mean? I used to do this one to my Draw You Cross sometimes. Like I said, when I had to get people back into things here. You're gonna
to make it interesting,
mix it up. Draw Yikra Levenim Vaz V'yinzachem K'mo Vavaz Nem Shemchem V'lo Yushbas Shevu V'nochu V'yom Shabbos Derosh Navi V'yulami V'yoz Yeshaseimi Netas Oreg V'zokami Sheishavas B'nei Ami. So people thought it was a Swedish Niggin.
Yes.
It's Prince Ali from Aladdin. But you slow it down, you stick it in.
It could be who composed the song. Maybe it was
it's like the Banana Splits.
I think
I it has saved Kieshmara for us. And I don't think it's any worse than the Xmas Carol that everybody else sings. So, all right, Ari, this has been a wonderful introduction to Shabbos Shmiras, and we'll have to give some time to a Hasidic singer. I'm sure they have all these nigun with lots of buzz, much more buzz than we have. You have more they have more buzz.
Yeah, I guess.
So, like there's a famous curry bun, Chesidic curry bun that we didn't do. I think it's Vision. But I remember it. Anyway.
That's why you should bring in the Hasidic guy.
I have to bring a Hasidic guy. Yeah.
For sure.
So, anyway, we'll look for you out there. It's hard to tell which of you sing because you all look alike, but
we all look alike to them, like all the Chinese people.
That's right. Anyway, so that's the story. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Ari Goldwag. What a wonderful opportunity. Thank you for giving us so much of your time.
Thank you for having me.
Us in Klal Yisroel. And, of course, Ari has his own podcast. I
have a Parsha podcast and a Bitachon podcast.
Where can these be found?
You can find them on Torah anytime. Mm-hmm. And you can find them on my YouTube channel, my website, arigoldwag.com.
What's it called?
arigoldwag.com. It's a hard one.
Clever. Is that one word, Ari Goldwag?
One word.
Okay.
And I also make music besides for
You just
Torah.
came out with a new album, no?
I've put out a few singles recently. I have a full album, but today it's like you got to give attention to each song. Otherwise, like, people don't have patience.
And it's never that way. You could put out an album with 2 songs and the rest of them were all like fillers.
And people would listen to the fillers, though. People would listen to the fillers.
There are... Back in the days when there were 45 RPM, so there was the A side, which was the hit, and then they would stick another song on the B side, and very often the B side would become a bigger hit than the A side.
See, you never know.
So you never know. That's the point. All right, Ari, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. If you want to find out more about the show, you can go to my website, RabbiOrlofsky.com. You can leave a comment. You can sponsor an episode. You can. You could join one of our online shiurim. And that's it until next time. I am David Orlofsky, and this has been the Rabbi Orlofsky Show.
It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. Torah and Simcha, ready to go. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. Knowledge and wisdom will help you grow. Lots of fun in every episode, and we don't have to rhyme. No, we don't. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show on RabbiOrlofsky.com. Torah anytime, YouTube and more. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. Torah and Simcha, ready to go. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. Till next time, till we meet again. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show. It's the Rabbi Orlofsky Show.